Good morning. I am on the highway. I just hit the highway. It's 7:30. And what's today? Wednesday. Wednesday the what? 25th? Is that what's today? What's today? Give me the line. I don't know. I don't know what day it is. But it is, no, today is not Wednesday. Today is Tuesday the 25th, right? Yeah, I believe today is Tuesday the 25th. Okay, so today's Tuesday the 25th. Let me see if I can get over. Right now the roads is looking out for us, sister. Where I normally be. Cross over 30 roads. Alright, so good morning. Did everybody get some good sleep? I slept good, but I feel like I'm waking up with a little bit of a headache right now. And that's making me want to know, do I need to eat or should I just take a pill? Like, this ain't no hungry headache. This is right up here. Look at that undercover. So, yeah. Too much, but I got enough. Okay, I wanted to ask y'all something because, or give y'all something to think about, right? So I'm listening to everybody talk about like, and I was like, what the hell are you doing? What am I doing? One day when I find out, I'll let y'all know. What am I doing? I don't know. I haven't a clue. Okay, so. Traffic is already doing too much, but it's still good that I'm already on the highway. So thank goodness I'm already on the highway. Okay, so I wanted to ask y'all something about the Shannon Sharpe situation because what? Shannon, and let me tell y'all what's tripping me out. Okay, they're trying to compare like Shannon Sharpe to what Tracee Ellis Ross just said while she was on Michelle Obama's podcast. And I mean, let's be effing for real, okay? There is no comparison. They're within the same age group, between 52 and 54. Both of them are single. Shannon Sharpe has kids. Tracee Ellis does not. They are both successful in their own rights. They have their own money. They have their own independence. Tracee Ellis Ross does not want to get married, and neither does Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe messes with people that are younger with him. So does Tracee Ellis Ross. I'm trying to understand this idea that, you know, Shannon Sharpe is supposed to have like this wife or relationship when, you know, after doing a little bit of research, what I found out was this Negro been getting arrested since 1994, putting his hands on folks. The ladies. I did not know that. I didn't know he was whooping ass all up and through the house. I didn't know that. I said, oh my goodness. Now, I don't know if Tracee Ellis Ross ever put her hands on anybody. And I don't know if she ever got her ass beat. I just know that if either one of those are true, we still have yet to find out. Now, my point here is, I don't know what's making people think or try to compare them in a way where they're making it seem like, see, she's going to die alone. No. See, Shannon Sharpe is willing to pay for sex. Tracee Ellis Ross don't have to pay for anything. Okay? That's number one. The truth of the matter is this, people. Everywhere you go, there you are. You bring yourself to every occasion. So the reason why Shannon Sharpe isn't in a relationship and he has to pay for sex from a teenager is because an adult woman ain't having it. Clearly. Not even an adult white woman is having it. He needs to get somebody's ass equal. Okay? Because he can't beat his own daughter's ass. That's not going to happen. So he got to beat somebody's daughter's ass. And that's what's been happening. But he also got to pay to whoop ass, which is sad. That's sad. But yeah, Shannon Sharpe, it's not like, listen, the access, right? There's a difference between access and proximity, right? He has proximity to other women, but he does not have the access that he's looking for from these women. The access that he's looking for, he has to be able to get from a child that he can control. But a grown woman is not having it, which is why a grown woman is not in the situation right now. Okay? Now, the people who are saying that she's legal, she is legal. That's true. That's true. You know, according to whatever laws in place, she might be 19, you know, even though teen is still in the age. And at the point where teen is in the age, it's like, what? Your granddaughter? Yikes. Oh my goodness. Poor Shannon. Or me. Why do I have to listen to this? You know, why do I have to be a part of listening to this? How is this front page news? It's really disgusting. But yeah, Shannon Sharpe, it's sad. You ain't nobody and you need to pay that girl off. You like I said before the other day, you want to pay to play? Well, however much she's asking is how much it costs. And you need to come up off them funds. See, if you were smart, you would have came up off them funds from the beginning. You would have paid her to be quiet from the jump. She should have had an NDA in place from the jump. Okay? So, two dummies. Okay? As far as I'm concerned. Now, Tracee Ellis Ross don't have this problem. She's down to the Michelle Obama podcast letting it be known, I would rather get with men that are younger than me. She didn't say she wanted a 19-year-old that she could control who ass she could be. She didn't say that. She said she'd rather get with somebody younger than me because men her age have this toxic idea of what masculinity in marriage is, and she's not with it. I totally understand. I was told once upon a time in my life by a man that I was not manageable and I was difficult to control. I was told this. Needless to say, I laughed like the villain that I am, apparently. But yeah, I was like, oh my, was that the idea here? I didn't know. So this person just like kind of can't stand me, this man, you know, because he just feels like you're unpredictable and unmanageable. These are the words that he used with me. Unpredictable, unmanageable. As if it was his job to manage me. Okay? I didn't have to get into the details with him. I let him say what he wanted to say. And that was it. Why was that it for me? Because I wanted to show him better than I could tell him. I'm not going to go back and forth about how I'm unpredictable. Let me predict right now a future you can't predict. And you walk off. You hang the hell up. Bye-bye. I'm not listening to this. Because I don't have to. Yeah, you're right. I am uncontrollable. You cannot control me. And I don't think you should try to. You already have a full-time job. One that pays you. You'll never get paid to try to control me. You'll never get paid to control anybody. So get a hold of your damn self and keep it moving. But yeah, Shannon Sharpe, that's a nasty bastard right there. Disgusting. He needs to lose his livelihood behind this. I don't care if that girl worked for OnlyFans. You didn't have to pay to see her. You didn't have to. No one made you do anything that you're doing. So now you got to pay the price for what you're choosing to do. That's just it. That's just it. And all the comparisons with Tracee Ellis Ross, Shannon Sharpe has a better chance of dying alone with a cat or a dog than she ever will. That's just the truth. If she wants a family right now, she can have one. She can get a surrogate. Okay? She can adopt. But right now, she don't have kids and she doesn't have anybody that she's accountable to as far as a child or a husband. Shannon Sharpe has children. You are accountable to somebody that's looking and is embarrassed down to the ground based on what you're doing. Tracee Ellis Ross don't have that. Okay? Now, I heard somebody else bring up, what's his name? They calling him worm food, but you know he died. Kevin Samuels, they brought him up because back in the day, he brought Tracee Ellis Ross up saying how, you know, nobody's going to pick her, no one's picking her. Sir, not you also dead down to the sex worker, not you paying for sex as well. It's not that you didn't pick anybody. Nobody that you wanted you back. See, people really have a misunderstanding on what they can get, right? What they're eligible for. People have a deep misunderstanding of what that really looks like. You know what I mean? But I don't have a deep misunderstanding myself. You know what I mean? Listen, for me watching folks, it's like, listen, if Kevin Samuels wanted to be with a grown woman, he would have been. If Shannon Sharpe wanted a grown woman, then he when I say he could get one, he has proximity to women, but he has to bring who he is to the relationship. If who he is trash or unacceptable, in my opinion, that's the main reason why he's not with somebody. Okay? Tracee Ellis Ross, if she wanted a baby and a husband, she could have had one anytime she wanted. Anybody, any one of us could be in a relationship at any point. As long as you're willing to play whatever game there is you have to play to be in one. That's just it. That's literally the name of the game. If you're down to play the game, if you're ready to get off the bench and play, then you could be potentially in a relationship. People who don't want to play are single or, seeing people when they see them. Hey, good morning, y'all. But yeah, so at the end of the day, Tracee Ellis Ross, please. That is a lady, honey. She gonna see who she want to see, be with who she want to be with, and she gonna reject most of these people anyway. That's what women do. We say no more than we say yes. I come from a place of no. I'm always saying no. It doesn't matter if it's a relationship, work. I'm always being like, no, not me, not me. That's just how I am. That's just how it is. But yeah, Shannon Sharpe, please. Okay? Everywhere you go, there you are. And if you trash, every time you go somewhere, it stinks. And that is a fact. And that's why he's single. Okay? Now, if Tracee Ellis Ross don't want to be single, she got to be willing to deal with trash that stinks. See my point here? You see how I'm making the correlation? Okay? That doesn't make her better than him, even though she is. She is better than him. Yeah, she's certainly better than the situation he finds himself in right now. I mean, but that's just me. But, yeah. So, I don't know who the people think they are talking about what Shannon Sharpe could get, what he can't get. He clearly can't get whatever everybody trying to make it seem like Tracee Ellis Ross can't get. Of course she can get it. Everybody that has a man knows. As long as you're willing to deal, as long as you're okay with, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it. You just need to be able to drop these niggas like a hot potato at the point where they need to be dropped. That's just it. If you can do that, try any relationship you want to be in. Go for it. And you should. And you should. But at the end of the day, no. Tracee Ross ain't playing them games. When she want to see somebody, she sees them. And she doesn't feel obligated to do anything else. And that's my kind of living. You can't get me to do much. No. I already have a full-time job. I'm on my way now. And look at me. Gonna be early today, just a little bit early. But yeah, so now I'm supposed to spend the rest of my day, talk about where I am, what I'm doing, who I talk to, what I got going on, what I ate for lunch. Right now in my life, I'm not interested in having to tell that story every day. I'm too tired. Okay? I woke up tired. Okay? I woke up tired. And then I don't have time for nobody to be complaining about my nails, my wig. How come you bought this? Why was you sleeping all day yesterday? I thought you didn't do nothing. No, I was on the couch. Like, a part of what I do is laying down. And as many times as I've had to explain that to some nigga, no. I'm chilling, minding my business. And I've been needing other people to do the same. Please, for crying out loud. A sister is just trying to lay down on the couch and chill. Grab me the remote, okay? Let me get a glass of Chardonnay. What kind of wine y'all drink? I like Chardonnay. They say it's dry. It is dry. But the other stuff tastes like I'm drinking just pure sugar. It ain't, I'm not strong enough. My liver is a trooper. My liver said, honey, what you gonna do is get something stronger than this. That's what you gonna do. But yeah. So yeah, please leave these people alone. Shannon Sharpe, we're gonna leave him to what he does too. Okay? If he wanna get arrested, he wanna be embarrassed down to the ground, I'm here for it. If you want to know why I'm all in these people's business, it's because I'm on social media and people put their business on social media. And at the point where you invest an invitation for me, okay, to be all up in your business. I want to know what happened. I want the details. I want to know, was you standing up or sitting down when that happened? That's how I need my stories told to me. Set it up. Set the scene. What time was it? You know what I mean? Stuff like that matters to me because it brings a lot of context to my understanding on, next case, best practices, as we say at work. But yeah, the people talking smack about Tracee Ellis Ross are projecting. when Shannon Sharpe is the clear example of how you got to pay for sex. You can't get nobody because you ain't with nobody. You got the money to even pay a gold digger if you want, but you rather pay a teenage gold digger. Oh, and she gonna get that money. She gonna get that money up off him. I wish I knew her, because like I said, I'm not trying to be a millionaire. I just need a couple of stacks. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a decent amount of stacks, and I'll be quiet for a little while. And I'm not lying about that. I will. But yeah, Shannon, pay that lady. Pay that lady. Okay? This is a prime example of what I was talking about how you can ruin your reputation years later. Years later. Okay? This is a 2-year thing that's been going on. But apparently, like I said, when you go to look it up, Shannon Sharpe been getting arrested since 1994, again in 1997, again in 2001. Oh, Shannon been whooping ass, y'all. If you didn't know. Now you do. So yeah, it's about time that he pay. If no one's gonna be able to beat him up, if he can't go to jail behind this, the only way to make up for this is a la Diddy. You must come up off the front. It's the American way. Is it not? Do I not live in capitalistic America? Yes, I do. Yes, we all do. So yeah, Shannon, go ahead and come up off this money. We don't need a tape to proving of y'all humping or whatever y'all was doing, or you choking her, or her calling you a big black monkey, or whatever the hell was going on that you're very, very much interested in. Oh my goodness, I can't even imagine like slave fantasies. Can you? Okay, what? Slave fantasies? I wish you. Anyway, yeah. So Shannon Sharpe is into some shit, and he could only get a child to fucking play along with that dumb shit. And now he gonna have to pay this child. Pay her and go. Pay her and go. And that's just it. You know what I mean? And repent. Atone. Oh my God. He needs to go consult with the good Lord and ask him for forgiveness. Because he ain't getting mine. He don't need mine. First is self-forgiveness, okay? Forgive yourself. Oh my goodness. For being caught out there. For not being smart. Oh my goodness. I think Tracee Ellis Ross would have had an NBA in place if she wanted to do some shit like this. But that's my guess. That's my best guess. She'd have been like, oh, you're not going to catch me being called a bitch to my face on purpose by a white man. No. She would have had that paperwork in place, baby. Okay? She would say, okay, you signed? Okay, now you can call me a fucking slave whore. Okay? Because I will sue you if you say anything or if this comes out. But, man, oh man, Shannon needs to have several seats. I'm glad ESPN is sitting him down. I don't need to see nothing on Club Shay Shay. I don't want to hear an interview about this. There's no justification. There's nothing he could say. You're disgusting, and that's the reason why you're doing this. You can't get the girl you really want, and that's why you're doing this. There's no amount of money in your bank account that's allowing you to be with somebody that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's just, unfortunately, there's no amount of money. He talk about he want to date his wage. Oh, you gonna date your wage? Because you gonna pay. The baby said $10 million. That's your wage right there. That's the amount you agreed to. That's the amount you need to come up off of. Look at me, y'all. 12 minutes early. 7:48. But I had some other stuff I wanted to tell y'all, but I just went off on a tangent. Oh my goodness. Talking about this nigga like that's Shannon. Disgusting. Okay? Because it ain't enough that he tried to act like he was humping on a girl named Michelle. But further, let me tell you how he took it too far. This is how you know Shannon Sharpe took it too far. I went down to my local Macy's, okay? I go into the section, the women's section. I look for my size. I can't find my size. Why? Shannon Sharpe done came through and took all the goddamn pants. So it ain't enough that his clothes tight as hell. Now he got to pay for sex. He got to come up off $10 million. So he could be called a monkey. I would have called his ass a monkey for free. But, and I'm not trying to kink shame, but I am trying to slave kink shame, because that's nasty. I don't need to be called a slave to understand the atrocity, the horror. You see what I'm saying? Disgusting. He needs to be shamed down to the ground. And if I got anything to do with it, he will be. Shannon, you nasty. You disgusting. And you need to repent to somebody. He ain't got to apologize for liking to get choked out. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? For wanting to get several whips on his back. He ain't got to apologize to me for it. But he just needs to pay the girl and go. He ain't got to really apologize to nobody. I guess on the book she's legal, but he just should apologize for embarrassing. Like he should apologize to me for my secondhand embarrassment. You see my point? My secondhand embarrassment. It's hard for me to look up when I see him. Like, oh my goodness, this is disgusting. And now when I see him on anything, I can't do it. It's just like listening to Tyrese. As soon as he come on, it's like, remember when MASH used to come on back in the day? And as soon as you saw the helicopter, you started looking for the remote. That's how I am with MASH. That's how I am with R. Kelly. That's how I am with Tyrese. I could go on and on and on about how these men, so-called, these males, have been pissing me off. But yeah. Anywho, let me go ahead and go. Y'all make sure y'all have a good day regardless. Today is Tuesday. Today's only Tuesday. So, we gonna hang in there together. And I will see y'all. I'm gonna try to see if I come live tomorrow, I'm gonna be in my robe because, as I said before, I'm working from home for 2 days, Wednesdays and Thursdays. And of course, I'm off because I gotta take off once a week. Thank the Lord that I can. I wanna acknowledge the Lord for gratitude, grace, and abundance. He's so good to me. But y'all have a good day. Do not let anybody piss you off. And like I said, if you do, curse them out. And if you can't curse them out, pull them to the side and curse them out, because then it'll be your word against theirs, right? But if you can't do that, then you just need to not speak to their ass, okay? For the rest of the day. We'll try again tomorrow. See if you're pissing me off tomorrow. All right, y'all. Peace out. Have a good one.